drug team.
As Emma and I have grappled over the last week and continue to grapple in the coming days, weeks and years what losing my beloved Trina means, I've taken a lot of comfort from the verse in the Bible from John chapter 12 verse 24. Unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains alone, only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds, much fruit. It's been only 2 weeks and 2 days since Trina staggered out of her bedroom to come to this very spot where she now lies in peace to celebrate with her closest girlfriends, Omar and me, on turning 51. It seems and is, in many ways, beyond tragic that she did not get a longer time on this earth with us. However, as we listen to her friends over this next hour recount their precious moments of Trina, and for those of you who knew her to be the intelligent, the sharp-witted, the vivacious but humble woman, the inspiring, gutsy woman who didn't flinch in standing up to power, to arrogant authority to take them on, the totally loyal friend she always was to her friends, I know the single seed that we will soon return to the earth from whence we all come will indeed produce much fruit. Looking at Omar's friends here now that come from Shearwater to the next generation coming through, as you classmates of Omar hear from Trina's friends what she has done, may her life inspire you all to try that much harder to make the earth a better place. Trina believed very much in that and devoted much of her life to speaking out, to standing up for the poor, those weighed down by physical or mental handicaps, to tell the warmongering great powers what they're doing in waging war on poor countries and on innocent people is wrong. In the coming years, your parents will need to be as courageous as Trina and try a lot harder than we have done so far to protect Mother Earth and God's wonderful creation from any more devastation due to man's greed, to speak up for all the birds and animals, the fish, the reptiles, the plants and trees, the forests of this world. Trina believed very strongly in your right as children, other species' right to a good future and to pass this planet on to your children's children in much better shape than it is right now.
It's a truism that when gravely ill people hear death coming, they'll sometimes cling to life until someone special arrives for a last goodbye, or something special takes place. Last week, morphine drowsy but with smiling eyes, Trina Lenthal married David Bradbury, thereby celebrating 20 years of life together. It was a sad but also beautiful and heartwarming ceremony. And a day or so later, after an heroic battle against the odds, with her husband and young son by her side, Trina finally passed away. If having a good death means anything, and I'm not sure that it does, then Trina had one. Pain-free, calm, watched over by her precious family. As everyone knows, Trina and David had been friends and loving partners from the day they met. A partnership between two people sharing complementary personalities and passions. As I said at the wedding, they were made for each other, sharing their personal lives, determined to stand up for the voiceless, help make a better, more peaceful world. Not, as with most of us, by indulging in dinner party arguments or writing letters to the editor, but by putting together a string of heartfelt advocacy films on shoestring budgets and, when called for, putting their necks on the line at demonstrations and campaigns. Two people of action, crazy brave and zealous David, hell-bent on scaling the fortress walls, equally brave, steadfast and disciplined Trina, committed and thoughtful. Dave, you've lost a friend, a lover, a colleague, a companion, and the mother of your son. Your late wife was a woman of warmth, generosity, loyalty, intelligence, and above all, integrity. With so much more to give, hers was a life tragically cut short, a great loss to you and Omar, and you have some hard yards ahead, getting over it, if one ever does. As for raising Omar, you do at least have a head start. As everyone knows, he's a delightful kid and shows every sign of growing into a fine man. That doesn't happen by accident. Omar's a credit to you both, but most particularly, he's a credit to Trina. Having said that, I've known you for nearly 50 years now, and it's equally obvious to me that many of Trina's qualities have also rubbed off on you. They will be sorely needed in the years ahead. Her passing leaves you and Omar with a glass half empty. Her legacy leaves you with a glass half full.